Hey friends, hi, welcome to my live. Welcome. Hope you have a great Sunday so far. And in the US, I hope you had a great spring forward. If you're watching this on replay, please don't forget to do the hashtag replay. Let me do how you're doing. And, answer the questions that I probably will ask during this live. And to all of you, please don't forget to hit that like button. It really means a lot to me. Yeah, let's see. Who do we have? We have Liz, the diamond painting advisor. Hey, honey, how are you doing? Melissa, hey, my Chicago girl. How are you doing, love? And Francis, hi, sweetie. How are you doing? Welcome in. I hope you had a great week, a great weekend so far. I've had well, crabby week because of pain, but anywho, this weekend has been beautiful. The weather has been amazing. Yesterday we had a record warm March day. We haven't had higher temperatures since when was it? 1956, I think. Yeah, I think it's 1956. We had approximately 17 degrees Celsius. So that is wild in March. Hi, Eve. How are you doing, love? Eve and Kathy here in the resin work, aka what used to be my kitchen. Yeah, what are you working on today, Kathy? Min, hey, love. How are you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, so the weather's been beautiful. Yesterday was great. Today it was a little less warm, but the sun was out. The cats has been enjoying being out in the sunroom. It's glass all around, so when it's cold, they don't get out there when it's overcast and rainy and stuff. But when the sun is out, it gets like a bazillion degrees out there, so they get to go out there, and we get to have a warmer house. Eve says that Berta is working on Berta. Oh my God. Kathy and her is working on orders for remakes of the very popular Berta boats. They're so beautiful, the Berta boats. That is a nice size of a little tray. I don't have any pictures of it. Maybe a little later when more people have popped in, Eve wants to jump in and show us, some of what Kathy is doing, what they're doing right now. Who knows? Maybe she feels like it. So yeah, those Berta boats and Katja and Simba. Do you have a JJ boat yet? Melissa is glad we have good weather. Ah, I'm so happy about it. It feels like it's been overcast or raining so much. I know February has been dry mostly, but it's been overcast, and I'm like, can I please see the sun? I need to see the sun. Eve says we could do that. Oh, that would be so cool, Eve. Let's give people a little time. And we have Carrie. Hey, future Carrie, how are you doing? Melanie, bonjour. Happy birthday, love. How are you doing? I hope you have a great, great birthday today. Melanie's birthday is today, so don't forget to give her a happy birthday. Robert, hey, Robert, how are you doing? It was nice to see you too yesterday in the live. Good morning. So, did you have the spring forward as well in Canada, Robert? Chantal, hey love, how are you doing? Oh, I'm so happy you're all here. I just filmed a video and I'm so excited to see if it's something you like. So I was cooking dinner and I was like, oh, I should film this, make a video of let's make dinner. That'll be kind of fun. So I filmed that. I will upload it and put it up tomorrow and then let me know what you're thinking. Anthony, hey honey, how are you doing? Melissa says happy birthday to Melanie. Melanie, I can't remember how young are you getting today? Yep. The woman who gave birth to me also has her birthday today. And no, I haven't written to her because doesn't write me on my birthday, so I don't do that. But yeah, 52. Oh, that is no age at all, Melanie. I don't even know a French birthday song. I don't know a Danish one, several of them. I also know Happy Birthday, but I won't scare you all away with my singing because I can't sing for the life of me. I feel horrible whenever I do it. No, I don't. No, 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 no. I feel horrible for the people that might have to listen to it, except my husband. He has to be used to it by now. But I love singing. Christopher Kalasta, hey love, how are you doing? Welcome in to the chaos that is me. So yeah, how many people have written to you on Facebook yet, Melissa? I forgot so far. I've been doing all sort of stuff today. So yeah. Chantel says hi to Christopher. I am almost done with Wizard Spell. I have 1.5 square left. The chaos. Yeah, it is chaos. The chaos that is me. Or the circus. I don't know what you want to call it. The whatever. The disaster. So yeah. Christopher, how come your wife is never here? You know, baby cakes. She was here once or twice, like a million years ago. I can't remember. It's been a while. I have people that used to be in here that aren't in here, and then I have people that are here now that came in later. You have no idea, Christopher. She's your wife. You ought to have you know, you need to keep an eye out on her. It's a joke. If you don't know, it's a joke. Oh, very own Christopher. How are you doing, everybody? Oh, God. I'm so stuffed. I don't know, Anthony, have you ever had the from Hello Fresh? I don't know what's it called in English. If it's easy or fast bootable, that's what I was making today. And it took me forever because I was chit chatting while I was doing it. So, and even though I cut out, you know, when I was washing the cutting board and doing all the in between stuff, it's still a video of 50 minutes. And I'm like, how did it take me 50 minutes? But it's because I was chit chatting, so everything took forever, you know. Carrie is asking if I bought from the new releases yesterday. I did. And if you know me at all, you know which one I bought because I had to have it. It fits in my collection. Did you get anything, Carrie? And how about the rest of you? Did you get anything yesterday from Diamond Art Club? I want to know. But yeah, I wasn't supposed to get anything. I'm like, no, we don't need. We don't need. But I might need to, you know, to have a stash to work on until, you know, you might get a new head of state because he's talking about those tariffs and that might end up making it more expensive for us over in Europe. Carrie, yes, it was the Spangler Mansion. You were safe, so you didn't get anything. Do you remember that Diamond Art Club used to say they didn't want people to say they were safe because it could be hurtful to the artists? I haven't seen them forever saying that, but they used to say that, I don't know, a year and a half ago, that it would be hurtful if you said that you were safe and they would delete the comments and yeah. But yeah. I have been safe for I don't know how many Saturdays. So that's fine. I kind of hope that I end up finishing my my canvas today. Carrie had my big spend up the weekend before with all the round releases. Carrie, you need to buy some of those square ones. I kind of know why, because I was wondering why the Spangler Mansion didn't sell out very fast. One, I'm pretty sure they expected it to be sought after because people have been asking forever about that one. Um, so that's one thing. I think they had plenty in stock. And two, some people say that it's big. It is big. It is a big one. It's 100 almost 20 centimeters high and almost 70 centimeters uh, wide. So it is a big one. Which, go big or go home. That is my motto. Um, so those things combined might be it because I was sure it would sell out in seconds. Kind of like the Peggy Collins, which she's beautiful, by the way. I love that. It isn't really, what I consider being a Peggy Collins, um, one of her usual suspects, because usually when I look at Peggy Collins, I see all the glass stained pieces. Um, and then which was the other one that sold out in seconds? Why do I have loose dwells all over the place? I'm spilling my drills everywhere. I have this little trash minder where I put in all the drills that I find that aren't trash. So I'm like, if I run out of a color, I have to check in here because I don't know, 50 or more, maybe even 100 drills in here in so many colors. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to bring up the bottles and the candle. And now I'm like, yeah, I'm not picking. I'm not picking up any more drills. The only one that I might consider is the word spells because I put that down before I remembered what Anthony said about it. So I might end up picking that one up. I have a drill that is popping somewhere. And the funny thing, it isn't popping up. It's more, it's just popping so I can see it. Hi, Paula. I don't think it's me he was talking to. David was in the bathroom. But you will hear him in my video for tomorrow, the cooking video. What should I call it? Should I just say cook with me or whatever? Give me some suggestions. I'm blank right now. Yeah, that would be nice to know. So I am kind of, but we mostly cook in the weekends. Oh shoot. Ugh. Every time I have to move, I'm in pain. Especially if I have to get up or get down, have to go down to the floor to pet a cat or pick something up, then have to get up again. But like, I'm sorry, I need a new bag. Do you think anyone want to trade? Or can I maybe be turned into a cyborg or android or something? Kind of like in Star Trek when they make Picard into an android. Min is asking, am I considering painting over the word spells? I don't know, Min. I might be considering putting in a lighter brown, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Um, so it isn't as obvious. Adamus, hey love, how are you doing? I didn't know you were live, and I can only see the little 5 minute second part you did. I can see the first part. So is that not supposed to be live anymore for the replay because I can't find it. People are saying hi to Artemis. I can only find the 5 minute one, and that one isn't even under live. That is under regular video. So I'm confused. I am confused. Oh, Melanie, I forgot to ask, what are you doing today for your birthday? If you're still here. So yeah. Adam is good, and I took that down and unlocked the real one. Lady, I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what you're doing. Ask away. I know mostly what I'm doing. I mean, for the YouTube world, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. For my life, I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm here and I'm winging it, okay? I am winging it. Hopefully that somebody think, oh, she's got it. No, I don't got it. I am a mess. It should be available. Okay, well, I will look up after Angel's Life because I'm a little busy the next 3 hours, and then I can watch it while I'm finishing up my diamond painting. Yep. Artemis will be in and out because it's someone's bedtime. Sleep tight, little one. Rory, that's the name. Her name was gone for a second, Artemis. I'm sorry. Sleep tight, Rory. Carrie tried to video her first unboxing yesterday, but scrapped it as I sound really bad. Why do you sound bad? Carrie, no. I mean, you should. Well, I don't know if you watched my first unboxing, but my first unboxing was a mess. Even though most of my unboxings are messes because I never do them the same way. Yeah, I open it up and I show you the canvas and I do all the things, and show you the colors. But I keep forgetting something. I mean, one time I forgot to show you the stickers. Another time I didn't. Well, most times I forget to tell you about the canvas and that it's scalloped and poked and that you have the model, and I forget. Carrie, Adamus, I wish it was my bedtime. It's my morning here and I have to get up soon. Yeah, you have to get up to work. And Adamus says, Carrie, no worries. Just plead raggedy and learn as you go. Exactly. Exactly. Liz says it can't be as bad as my review. Nobody's bad. We just have our own style. Didn't I just tell you the mess that I am in my videos? I need to have a script, that I follow every time, but that would be so boring. I mean, sometimes when you watch people doing the sneak peeks, they are exactly the same. We start here, we do this, we do this, we do this, and we do this, and it's like a play. I think it's so much more funny when you can hear people are nervous or they ramble or they forget something. Yeah. Christopher, it's okay. We just really want to see it in person so we know what it looks like and if we then want to buy it. Exactly, Christopher. Carrie, I learned how to put up a post on YouTube. Exactly. No script, Christopher. No script. It's so much more fun when it's a hot mess. A beautiful disaster. Somebody said you shouldn't say that you're a hot mess. You're a beautiful disaster. Except I'm not beautiful anything. I'm just a hot mess. And it's so funny. You know, can you imagine it being the same again and again? Oh, Angel isn't going live. She's very unwell. She says, Happy birthday to Melanie. Can't stay. I'm going to rest up. Love you all. Oh, Angel. Is it still the same as yesterday? I'm so sorry, honey. You need some love. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, honey. I will text you later to check in, okay, honey? My angel. Carrie says, Oh, Angel, hope you get better soon. Adamus says you feel better soon. Melissa says get better, Angel. Christopher says feel better soon. See all the love you're getting there, Angel. We love you. Crutch. I heard somewhere, or read somewhere, or saw somewhere that you shouldn't crack your back or your neck, that you could end up being paralyzed or something, mostly your neck actually. And I looked at the video and I went, I've been doing that for, I don't know, 25 years, maybe even more. Eve says, Happy birthday to our bear. Yes, exactly. Angel, it's getting worse, to be honest. It's making me fatigued. Thank you all for the well wishes. I'm so sorry, Angel. Yes, Eve. Angel, take good care of yourself. We will miss you today. We will absolutely. Helen, hey honey, how are you doing? She says hi to everyone in chat. Helen, you can got here just in time to send all your little hearts to Angel who isn't feeling good. Angel says, take care of me. Have a lovely life. I'm sorry. Never feel sorry for taking care of yourself, honey, okay? Take care. Carrie, hi Eve. I need to message you later. I need the big koi to look after my little kois. Of course you do, Carrie. Christopher says, Ooh, happy birthday. Yeah, our bear is having her birthday today. So, yay. Ugh, my nose itch. Adam is, Oh, Melanie, happy birthday. It even says it in the title. But yeah, I'm trying to remember everybody's birthday. But since I am a hot mess, I will most likely forget someone. The only ones I never forget is my own, of course. Ah, thank you, Helen, for sending hearts to everyone who needs them, especially to Angel. Thank you, love. Um, yeah, I remember mine, of course. Um, then, of course, David's, Rosa's, of course, my brothers, my parents. Um, I remember David's siblings, his mom and dad's, his uncles, and who else? Well, my sister, of course, and her kids, and then my godkids, godchildren's. Eve says that Carrie should send her a direct message and an idea of color choice. Christopher, well, some of us, me, not looking at the title. Well, it's not my fault, is it? Carrie says, will do, Eve. Melissa says, thank you, Helen. Yeah, Melissa is having a rough time today, these days, so she needs the hearts as well. You know, Melissa, I'm always here for you. You can text me anytime. That, goes for every one of you. If you ever need to chit chat, just let me know. I am here. So, yeah. What do you say? Should we take a look into the resin workshop that used to be a kitchen? Because then I will send an invite to Eve. Uh, you're welcome, Melissa. Hang on. we need. Hang on, I need all these. Where is Eve? Oh, Eve, where are you? There you are. There you go. And get back to the live. Good. I'm gonna turn off my thingy over here so I can hear what you're saying. There you go. I sent you the link, Eve. So it would be a good time. That's good. That's good. Oh. What are people doing out there? Oh. I hate when it's... Are you ready, Eve? Give me a thumbs up. Eve is ready. There you go. Hi.
Here we are. I'm here in the my office and Kathy's resin works. Let me just turn the sound off of YouTube. Let's see. I'm not getting the sound on.
Gonna make you big so we can see everything.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. Oh gosh, I have no makeup on. Don't mind me.
You look good.
What you see here, something I forgot to do, I'm going to go do right now. We need to put on the filter, which you'll see me go back to do. I'm actually going to walk you around with the laptop in a minute. So this is, this is where I sit at my desk, which I also work from for work. If you look, let me lean the right way here. If you look behind me, you'll see there's a couple of trays that are on leveling boards, and those are Berta boats that are being made that are in process. Let me pull out and show you what a Berta boat looks like if you haven't seen one. This one is sold, but this is a Berta boat. It happens to also be in Berta's colors. But this one is just sold today, and that one is on its way to Jenny, I believe this one is going to. Now, let's see what other fun things we have here. Oh, I know what I have to show you. I have to show you the tray that we made for Svia's Wizard event that's going to get given away this week.
Yeah, we're doing the giveaways that Eve so generously and Kathy has given. So we will give those away on Friday for my 8-hour live. Yay!
So here's the tray that we made.
So beautiful.
For the Wizard event. And we'll put rubber feet on it to smooth the edges down just a little bit because the edges tend to be sharp. So we make all different kinds of resin things that are primarily items that are used in the diamond painting community, although some people get things for other reasons. Let me put this back up and let's see what else we have that I can show you. Some of our newest things are, and I have a couple of little versions of what we call the Simba boat for Berta's littler dog, Simba. This is the Simba size boat. Same thing, smaller. And this one's in a blue sparkle. Something else we just made because we're doing a lot of stuff for the Asian event. We have snakes.
Pretty.
And I haven't decided if these are going to become cover. I guess it's up to whoever wants them. If you want it for something that could go on your wall, you could always stick a hook of some kind on. We could put rubber pads on if you want to have it as a desk ornament or something. Mm-hmm. So we have a couple of these made. Let's see what else is within reach.
Good. And Melissa loves the snake.
And a couple more Berta boats here that we're gonna do a drop soon. We want to make a bunch before we do a drop. So here we have a blue and white one.
Ooh, pretty.
And this will hold like 6 pens, a tray, some putty. It will hold a small tray. This one is much greener than it's looking on camera. It looks blue. It's more of a teal more into the teal and greener look. And
Beautiful.
every single one is different. Resin does what resin does. You pour it and you wait and see what comes out, which is kind of fascinating about the whole thing. There's some that we have a little bit more.
How are you doing?
What's that, Mia?
I said hi to Linda.
Hi, everybody. And hi, Linda. Hi, everybody. We only have a couple of these left. We did trays that were for inspired by Wicked. So there's a couple more of these left. They're still on the website. I mean, on the Facebook group. If you see something you like and we don't have it anymore, some things we can remake, some things we can't. Best thing to do is send me a direct message. Here's another one that we have of the wizard trays, the Wicked tray, not the wizard trays, the Wicked trays. There's only one wizard tray. Let's see what else we got here to show you. For the Asian event, we did what we call bits and bobs trays. These are smaller ones. These are good for, you can actually fit a pen in this, but your tips are going to be hanging off the edge. And they have decals in them, and then there's resin over the decal. We have some in red with the Asian stickers. The Asian stickers come from Odd Pixie Art. I love this one.
Adam is just asking if you do customs.
Do some customs. It depends on what you're looking for. Sometimes it can be difficult to get colors right or things like that. If you say you want a Berta boat and you want it in red or something like that, that we can do that kind of thing, because they've become very much people are telling me colors, and then everybody seems to be happy with what we've come up with. Here's another bits and bobs.
Oh, pretty.
Love this one. We just got some things off to Alyssa Menk. I'm so proud to have an order from her because she loves all things Asian. She's very deeply educated in the Asian culture.
Yeah.
This is something that we've only made one of so far. This is the Funky Feather. And this, just to get reference for size, so you could put in a pen. You can get hard to see a little bit here with the color, but you can get some pens and things in here. Also, you can rest a pen across it, like this. And these we can do, we're doing these with a little bit of we're doing these with glitter. We're finding that the big chunky glitter, we know everybody loves it, but it's the hardest to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still can do it, but then you're likely to have sharper edges on things. It's hard to smooth out the edges because of air bubbles. So Kathy's just getting her plain resin together in clear right now. So while she's doing that, I'm showing you things. We're also working on these. These are little 6 pen holders.
It's so pretty.
I have to reach
Adam
over.
says the shimmer is pretty.
The shimmer stuff is gorgeous. When we use that very fine glitter. Let's see what else is around. Oh, I can show you. This is the newest thing. And this is one that was a fail. You know, you got to have a few fails before you hit success. This is what Kerry's talking about. The giant koi.
That's so pretty.
As Naomi would say, when she first got them, we made these for the Mary Morales event. The small koi, which we make, we have these in all different colors. The small koi fish, these we make as cover minders. She started naming them like we made one that looks like a panda. It's Pandicus fishicus. So this would be giant. I don't know what this would be. The giant koi, and I'm thinking this would make a great cover minder, or I can put a little felt pad if you just want to have it as an ornament that sits on a shelf or table. And we're going to do these with a little sparkle. Yeah. So all kinds of stuff in the works.
Carrie loved the kois.
Yes, I know. Carrie just told me she wants a big one to take care of her other koi. And we have some more realistic looking koi, like I showed you. Here's one that, you know, you're probably not going to see a clear purple sparkly koi or a bright purple koi. But these are fun. And anybody that places an order, you always get a free cover reminder of some sort. And we have tons of cover reminders that we make. Because
You
whatever,
also have the little Katya boat.
the Katya boats, I don't have one to show you because the last one I had was sold.
Yeah, but you do
And
have.
those are, they're smaller and they're a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
So let me go look and see if there's anything in chat for me to see. The Big Mama Koi. All right, there we go. That's the name. Let me write it down. Big Mama Koi.
That's a good
Oh, I
name.
got a better idea. We're going to call it the Crafty Kerry Koi. I like
That
naming
was a
them
good
after
idea.
people in the community. How does that sound? Is that okay with you, Kerry?
Yeah, right, Carrie. Now Berta has something called after her. Shay has,
Yep.
and now Carrie.
And we're working on a Tammy tray right now. And the Bits and Bobs is named for Angel because that's such a British expression. Crafty Kerry Koi is the big one. Okay, now we got it. We've got the Berta, Simba, and Katya boat. And we sent a smaller one of these. This one did not, this one has problems. We're going to try to make another one of these, some more of these big ones. The problems with the, so then that's why you'll see oopsie trays available. This is the Professor tray, named for Rich, Speaking with Diamonds, who comes on at 5 o'clock today. He's got a lot of content now. What's that, Mia?
Carrie loves it.
She likes it. Okay, great. Fantastic. Great. That is the Crafty Kerry Koi. We try to name things for people in the community.
I wonder if they will ever name after me.
We haven't. Oh, you'll get one. We don't know what it's going to be yet. We're going to see.
Something chaotic.
Nothing chaotic, right? Here's this is another one. This is a 6 pen holder that will also hold tweezers. We're working on getting this right. We haven't perfected this yet.
You're right, Helen.
I'm trying to find some tweezers. Well, you can put some tools in here as well. Scissors can go in this as well. And then you have your pens.
That's
and then
so cool.
Yeah, for the people, also these, if I could get this to come out right with a flat bottom, you can stand these up on their side and put lipsticks in them.
Yeah.
So, Christopher says, I may have to get you and Kathy to have a busy summer with my event. Definitely let's talk, because I've already had it in my mind, planning to talk to you about that.
And
some pride things cooking. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I get
the quality of all your products are amazing, even Kathy.
Thank you so much, Carrie. We try, we're not real experienced. We've been doing this since maybe July now. And, you got a bunch of fails before you get a win. That's how that goes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and some things you can't do anything about. Resin does what resin does. There's always going to be little defects and color things, and you get a speck of glitter in something you didn't expect. So then we get to do oopsie sales, and that's, people have taken great advantage of that. Let's see, I got a couple more things up here. We do the bigger crafters coasters, and these are some of Kathy's alcohol ink pours.
Oh, pretty. Are these for the Morales event?
These were done for the Morales event, but they can be done for anything. Here's another one. These are they're called blooms. This is a bloom. We've done some alcohol ink trays. We did a chroma tray, the big shade tray, that size.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think Kathy's getting ready to pick some colors if you want to see what she's doing. And for those of you who don't know, I know many of you know, Kathy, the artist here, is actually legally blind and creates these things, which is pretty amazing. Some things I got to jump in on. What are you thinking? She's thinking about something here. Pink and white? I'm thinking okay. So she's looking at whether she used alcohol ink or particular piece that we did. So when you see her, I know my kitchen, you're seeing the desk area. It's a mess because you've got my workbooks over here. You've got packages. You've got everything else. And if you
Used
look
to
over
be
this
my
way,
desk.
what you're seeing now is something that, believe it or not, I have to do
Hi,
for Kathy.
Kathy.
What's that? This has nothing to do with her vision. When she touches with the silicone gloves, this will not turn on. This is a resin debubbling machine. That's how we start the process of getting the bubbles out. Now, as she gets her paints ready, I'm going to show you what some of the rest of this looks like. No judgment on my mess. Oh, I never finished wiping down the litter box. It got cleaned, but it didn't get wiped down. I better do that, or the boys won't have a men's room.
You look
Do you
good,
want to?
Kathy.
Are you seeing yourself?
No, I can't.
Do you want to? Can you hear her?
Yes, I can hear her. You look
This
good,
would be
Kathy.
Kathy in her hazmat suit. Over
Yes.
here is that's the equipment. We have the pressure pot. Behind that is the air compressor.
Yeah.
And in front of that, you're seeing some packets of, let me make sure you're seeing them, some packets of glitter. This is one of the many carts that lives in the little space here that's got a bunch of equipment. Down at the bottom of this cart, we've got alcohol inks. We've got little tchotchkes that can go in, like little flamingos and things like that for the summer. And Christopher will do some pink flamingo ones. Up here are some alcohol inks along with the variety of pigment pastes. And let me see what I'm seeing here. This is Kathy's workspace where the magic happens.
Looks good.
And there's all the alcohol inks, all the equipment down below, or the big jars and jugs of things. Over here, you can see there's some, let me see if I'm showing the table. Let's go this way. The plain resin getting ready to have pigment and dye put in. There's some more that is bubbling up there right now. That's the noise you're hearing. Those are some that were just poured. Those containers all have to be cleaned after it hardens. So this is where the magic happens. Here's a rack full of mica powder.
Wow.
And glitter. This is some
That
of
is
my
a lot
favorite.
to choose from.
Have to wait a second because I'm not able to hear you. Let's see. This is some of my favorite stuff. It's hard to see. It's pigment paste with glitter in it. So that's what all of our world looks like here.
Hi, Nina. Welcome in. How are you doing, love? Yeah, it is cool, Carrie. Thank you for showing us.
So Kathy's now picking out some colors of, let me get this thing. See it? Picking out. You're going to need me to do that. Okay. Let's see if I can put this here. And then I'm going to close the drapes. And you should be able to see. Let me close it.
Hi, Jody. How are you doing, sweetie?
So, guys are hearing the bubble machine here. So we're going to pick out, I have to pick out colors. Here's rose red. Probably good. Do you want a purple red too?
No.
No. Okay.
Pink and white tray.
Pink and white tray. So you need sinker white, deep white, or sinker white? No. Okay. That's all you need. Okay. So that is rose red alcohol ink is going to go in. And then do you need?
Melissa says this is super cool. So I'm so happy you get to see this, all of you.
Yeah.
You take it over here, and then I'll take it back over when she gets it mixed and we pour.
Okay. Thank you for showing us around. That was really neat.
Oh, it's a mess. Let me tell you. Right here is my DAC kit for which one is this? My DAC kit for Around the World. No, it's not the Around the World. This is the Natural Wonders, I think it is. And I didn't get a sticker sheet, so I have to write to DAC and get that straightened out.
Oh, no.
I know they're not going to send me one. They're going to send me a PDF and make me make my own, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Sticker paper.
It
So that's,
is, Artemis. It was cool. And Christopher loves behind the scenes.
oh, cool. I'm glad you enjoy that. If you ever make it down the shore, Christopher, we'll have you here for dinner and you can pour something for yourself.
Oh, that'll be cool.
That would be cool. You could even do a video if you ever make it down the shore.
Yeah. So Christopher has 3 events. He has June is Pride, July is Bubble Round event, and August is Rude, Crude, Nude, and Dark 18 plus.
Rude, Crude, and Nude, also known as Junkathon.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got, I'm excited for the Pride event. I have a gorgeous kit I bought last year that I'm going to do that Christopher, when I did that event, that's when I learned about Rose Prophet. And Rose Prophet has such amazing, inclusive of all people kits. And she has a gorgeous kit called My Refuge.
Christopher, will this work for the Pride event? It has rainbow colors in it. I'm not sure if it has all the rainbow colors, but it is very rainbow color.
I actually thought that myself when I saw that kit. Yeah, I have that kit. That's the kitten that's the kitten that's diamond painting, right?
Yeah. It's the diamonds are a girl's best friend. And it was sneak peeked by Diamonds Are a Girl Best Friends, the creator. That was so cool.
That's perfect. Yeah, from Courtney.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's I'm excited for Pride. I work for a mental health association, and we go to the big Jersey Pride Festival that gets about 30,000 people come to the festival and parade. And we march in the parade. One year we've only been doing it a couple of years. I lead the Pride team at work, and we had 75 people marching with us the first year we went out 2 years ago.
Wow.
And now we have 3 vehicles. Our communications director, her husband has a red convertible BMW, an old one that's, classic car. So I get to ride in that with him. And then we have 2 celebrities go with us. One is a drag queen by the name of Desiree Moonshine. And then, Desiree Moonbeam, let me get that right. And then a trans woman by the name of Bernie Wagonblast.
That is very important.
Yes. And
Carrie
Bernie
has to go. Okay, Carrie, have a nice day at work, and I will see you later. Bye, future Carrie.
Thanks, Carrie. We'll get working on your fishy.
Yeah, this year the Pride event and all the Prides is so important.
Yeah.
And especially to support the trans people.
Yeah. This Bernie Wagonblast is a radio personality, and also if you've ever been in New York City in the past 20 years, or even more, and rode on the subway, you'll hear the voice will say, the next station is 42nd Street or whatever. Bernie is the voice of the New York subway system. She's done all the recording. And what's amazing is she transitioned in her 60s. So she is really quite a story. So we're happy to have her out with us on the front lines at the parade. Yeah. So
that is amazing. Yeah, it's so important this year.
I think that it's important we get Christopher's event out there, just people showing support, even if they're just popping on Facebook or something, or popping on a live.
Yeah.
That all human.
We will promote it in my group if you want to. You can be in there as a moderator or something, and you can promote it if you want to. It's so important.
Yeah, and we'll be happy to do some promotion for you in the Asian theme event because we're about supporting all the events, all the creators,
Yeah.
recommending people how to double dip, things like that, do multiple events. You know, I'm if I was participant, my canvas with the two women, My Refuge by Hannah Lipsky, would be it's perfect for both events. Yeah,
This is perfect too because it has a cat in it.
right. You can do that for the Asian event. It has a
Yeah.
cat in it. Yes. So
No, it is important.
the Asian event was
Yeah,
yesterday. We did our giveaways and we had 25 gifts,
yeah, it
25 prizes yesterday.
was amazing.
It was quite a day. Yeah. So
And Matnat won. Yay.
yeah, lots of the usual suspects won yesterday.
And
Um,
Helen.
Helen won, yes. Marcia Hargis,
Yeah,
Michelle Calendar, she's won a couple months in a row. I mean, it's
that is
really,
so cool. You're
really
welcome.
quite lovely. And all people all over too. So,
Yeah, we also
yep.
do need to support disabled people and women because those are getting, shut down in the U.S. too when it comes to education and science and everything.
Yeah, one of the big concerns we're all on guard in the mental health community. Mental health is considered. Oh, hang on. Mental health is a disability.
Yeah,
It's an invisible disability for the most part, and there's definitely, we have a government affairs department in our association that I work for, and they did a big meeting with us, one about what to do if ICE shows up at your location. Like we all
hmm
needed instructions on how to handle that because we have participants in our programs there that may be undocumented.
yeah,
And we also had other things that were other situations where um, people were trying to find out what cuts are going to happen to health care, Medicaid and Medicare. And basically, we were told by government affairs, everything's on the chopping block.
yeah.
Anything could go. It's
I know
bad.
Melissa is worried because she is on disability and get food stamps and stuff like that. So she's worried as well of what's gonna happen.
So I'm going to show you. Kathy's going to pour a white and pink Berta boat. So let me know if you can see what she's doing. I
A
can't really
little
tell.
lower.
Hang on. Let me get in there.
Yep.
Okay. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty neon pink. Oh, that's going to be gorgeous.
Oh, that is gonna look beautiful. That one might have to go to me.
We would have to do some remakes on this. This is an order somebody gave us, and we have one we can do with like a cherry red too.
I love pink.
Do you want me to do? Oh, there we go. It's not.
You have to switch off.
You want me to squeeze?
I don't have a friend.
Oh, that's good when it. Yeah, that's great.
So pretty. Oh, I can't wait to see what this one will end up looking
Me
like.
too.
So pretty.
I don't know if the heat gun's going to reach or not. Some in this area over here. Yeah. This is going to be gorgeous.
It is. I love it.
Now, Kathy's going to get the last of the resin out of the container to make sure we get plenty in there. And this will be the plain white going on the back. And if you can look, I don't know if you can see the edges here.
Mm-hmm.
I may push some down into the, yeah.
Oh yeah, to get some pink.
Yeah, get some pink down in there and also takes out some bubbles. You want to make sure you don't have bubbles to the best you can. That's looking good there, Kath. Yeah.
That looks amazing, Kathy.
I'm going to hit it with a heat gun. You want to hand me the heat gun? I'm holding the laptop. I don't know if you could see it. I might have been better
Yeah,
off
I
to
can
do
see
this
it.
on the phone.
Oh, we can
So
see it.
now you hit it with the heat gun, move stuff around a little bit.
Yeah.
I just
Does
saw a
that
nice
also
air.
get rid of bubbles?
Yep, seeing the bubbles pop. You don't want any air bubbles.
No,
And that's
exactly.
why you hit it with the heat gun. You can also move the color around a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to hit it with the alcohol spray. Look what that does. And that's going to be a bird boat. Here's the other ones that are cooking. They may come out too dark. They have red and gold in them. Don't know.
Oh,
We're
you
not
can
going to
see
know
the
till they
golden.
come out. They may have to get redone again because we have an order
Yeah.
for that. We had the order for the pink and white one. So yeah,
Will,
I think
will it dry out or will you put it in the pressure cooker?
no, this doesn't go in the pressure. This just sits. In fact, I have to do something here. I put a like a tent you'd put on a picnic so the bugs don't get in right
Yeah.
in your food. I put tents over them so whatever's flying through the air, cat hair, dust, whatever doesn't
Yeah.
get there. Let me just get this on the.
Helen got Call of the Wild by Caddy Lipscomb. Pretty Helen. I got the Spangler one.
Carry fishing mold. Do you have the fishing molds over there?
There's one over there. I'm gonna.
Me
I was
too.
gonna get that next.
To make
I don't
some,
know where the big
some
mold is. I have
tell people that this was a behind the scenes of Porcupine Pours.
no. We're going to get ready to pour a crafty Perry koi. And what I have to do, because Kathy doesn't see the little things, I have to go in with tape and baby wipes and clean out the mold.
Yeah.
So, not my favorite thing to do, but it has to happen. Oh, you guys are so welcome. This is fun to show off. I think next time I'm going to do it on my phone. It'll be easier than walking around with the
Yeah.
laptop.
Yeah, that's
But,
true.
yeah, so
Maybe we'll do an alcohol and try.
and you know what? We'll come on sometime and do an alcohol ink tray. They're
Right.
gorgeous. And you actually blow alcohol ink.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me know when you're doing that and we can do it.
Yeah, definitely. We will
So
definitely
how
do
many
that.
times can you use a mold?
Say again?
How many times can you use a mold?
It depends. The worst ones, the ones that blow out the worst fast are the trinket trays. They also
Yeah.
don't form up. They're the ones that we have the hardest time, believe it or not, the simple trinket trays that everybody makes, we have the hardest time getting smooth edges on. They have to go in the pressure pot.
Yeah.
Um in here, something's ringing.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Let me just yeah, it's a Facebook phone call coming in. I'm not gonna take it. So I don't know why she's not dialing my number. Anyway, this is going to be a fishy. This has to be in orange and red with some glitter. That was the request. So somebody won that. What we did was at the end, the last pop-up video was something that from a company that can only ship in the U.S. So I was sitting there and I said, you know what? I want to make it fair for everybody. So if someone in the U.S., we'll do it for someone in the U.S. and then we'll do a second one for international. And we did the
That was
fish.
so kind of you.
So a woman named Linda won the fishing, and she said, "Can you do it in orange?" Because I did orange with red glitter. That's what it is. Orange with red glitter.
Oh,
I
that's
think
gonna
that's gonna
look
look. I
beautiful.
think it's gonna look really good. Oh, Helen's saying she got a call of the Wild by Katie Lipscomb. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There
Yeah.
were many pretty ones yesterday, but I got the Spangler and I was happy.
Yeah, I didn't get anything yesterday, but I did find on D-Stash the only Disney kit I even was remotely ever interested in. I'm not a Disney girl. Is I see the light, the one with all the lanterns, the Asian lanterns in it.
Yeah,
Found it on a D-Stash yesterday.
yeah, that is from Tangled.
What is it
That's
again?
from Tangled.
Tangle.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Rapunzel.
Yeah, see, I don't even know that. I just love the picture. And I saw Elisa Menk had worked on it for the Lunar New Year event. I saw it finished and it's gorgeous. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't help it. I'm a Disney geek.
All right, well, I don't want to hijack your live, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's fine.
jump off. Thank you so much, Helen. Helen's one of our very first customers, which is so sweet. That yeah. A lot of, when I look through the list and I'm like, I've shipped to all these people. And then I'm waiting to get a big package together for Mia too. We're going to do a big package for you because if you're going international, I might ship that tray directly to you. And we have the wizard kit. So depending on where they go, we'll figure that out
Yeah,
after the final drawings and things. All right, I'm
I
going to
can't
jump off.
wait.
I got
And
to jump off because
we're talking on Friday.
I got more orders to process. So more bird boats. People want the bird boats.
Yeah,
And
we
we're
will
gonna
talk
drop
on Friday.
I'll see you on Friday as soon as I can get settled. I don't I might sometimes I can watch it work a little bit. I'll try to, but if not, when I get home, I'll jump on for sure. Just so Kathy knows, Mia's going live 8 hours on Friday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you for being here and thank you for showing us everything.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us on, and
Always.
don't judge my messy workspace. Right?
Never.
It's not good. It's not good. I try to clean up, and it's gone in a day again. So yeah,
Look, mine is gone in like 5 minutes.
yeah. I've got work. I've got the event. I've got products. I've got stuff to ship. I've got things to glue. I've got boxes that are getting. Yeah, it's a lot. So got to clean it up because I work tomorrow. So all right.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
Kathy.
Thank you so much. She's saying bye from behind the mask over there.
Bye. Thank you so much, even Kathy. That was amazing. I loved seeing that. And that bird tray, wow. I love pink. I love purple. But most of all, I'm a pink girl. The funny thing is though, I do like blue and this color, if I may say so myself, this color is good on me. So yeah. And if anyone else wants to pop on and say hi, let me know. And yes, Helen, it really is amazing what Kathy can do, and that she's doing all these stunningly beautiful things. I mean, I'm amazed. I love how all the text on the colors is written with big letters so that you can see it. That is amazing. So yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, hang on, Nina is texting me. Oh, okay. Well, Nina's had a busy weekend. So, so you guys, I don't know how many of you have hit the like button. I have no idea. But if you haven't, please do so. It helps the channel and it makes me happy. That is absolutely the most important thing is that your likes and your comments and everything makes me happy. Helen, how is Rosa? She's good. I haven't seen her this week because of this mess. Um, but I'm having her tomorrow and I'm babysitting her on Tuesday. So yay. we're getting into the election season in Denmark for the city council. And my brother is invested in one of the parties here in our town. So there will be a lot of meetings, I guess. So I will probably get offered to babysit her a lot before, when is the election? November, I think. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna look at her a whole lot. I look at her. I'm gonna see her a lot, even more than maybe usual. Oh, I don't know how many of you I have on my Facebook. I think most of you by now. Um, I shared a memory the other day from when Rosa was a baby, and then a picture of me from a baby, saying it was kind of a shame that I didn't have a picture of me at the age Rosa has now. I lied. Remembered after hours and hours that I have a Christmas photo of me as a 4-year-old. And Rosa is 4.5. So I'm going to put that one up and see if people um, can see the resemblance. It's kind of sad that I don't have a photo, where we have the same expression or something, but I don't know. I think we have the same nose anyway. That cute little button nose. But yeah, so I have to put that one in tomorrow, I think. Maybe. But she's doing good. She's she's she fell asleep early today, and I'm like, oh, so because she's been at her mom's this weekend. So I asked, is it because that she's been with her mom? Because sometimes she tends to get into bed way too late, um, and then up early. So it's like, is that because of it? No, not no. More likely that she gets, too late into bed and then gets up early to watch TV. So like, no. Thank you, Helen. Yeah, she does look like me. Vanessa, hey love, how are you doing? It's been a while. You missed the visits that we had in the resin workshop um, by Eve and Kathy. Kathy made a beautiful, beautiful butter boat, and we were shown around. I love that backstage. And eventually, the next time they will show us what they're doing. Kathy will be making a tray with alcohol colors in it. That one I can't wait to see. Those are so beautiful. You've been busy but good. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah. I wonder if I can find that picture of me. Let's see. Let's see. Um, oh, right. This is me when I was 4. uh, yeah. I wonder if we can put in another one. Image file. And then we have Rosa. Can we do that? We can have both of them. So this is me, and this is Rosa. Yeah. I do see the resemblance. I mean, look at our noses is so alike. I mean, that is one of the things that I'm like, okay, I can see that we have, well, not the same nose, but yeah. And then the cheeky little apple cheeks or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, so that's us. Helen hasn't bought any diamond paintings in March at the moment. Well, I mean, it's just the 9th. So you can still be persuaded. Yeah, don't forget to hydrate your people. Iced coffee. I do love me some iced coffee. Oh, did you see my unboxing from by Stine? I had this little one made. Isn't it cute? She has been putting this into the things that you can buy off of her Etsy shop because I asked if it would be possible to do something like this. You know that you can put on on the canvas when you're filming or if you're taking pictures so people can steal your stuff, which I love it. And then I got the itty bitty simplicity tray. I love them. So I will show you. This is the small Bella de Nicole boat, and this is the simplicity. It is. Oh, there you go. It's not as wide. Let's do it like this. It's not as wide as the Bella at the Nicole tray, but yeah, I love these. For confetti, they are amazing. Kind of like this one, but I even use the Bella tray for when I have color plugging. I just love these mini trays. So yeah, I do also have bigger Bella trays. So if I, for instance, get a diamond painting with a ton of color blocking, I will be using one of those, of course, but most of the time, this is enough in this. And I finally have a white tray. And it says, you can't see that, can you? No. Yeah, there you go. It says by Stine. So, yeah. So I can recommend to get this little one. Oh, Adam, it's your back. How do I like the Stine tray? I just talked about it. I love them. I got the small simplicity tray, and I love them. Really, really. I was a little apprehensive about, this thing down here that people put washi tape down in the beginning, but I actually, I started liking it. So yeah, and I got two, so that the shipping wasn't too high. So I got the white and this is kind of a pink. Yeah, the color is you're not seeing in the white. If you've seen the unboxing. So I got these two, and I will. Artemis has a washi on all her trays, even Justina trays. I mean, it's not necessary. I want to ask her if she has some that is just, slightly bigger. I would love that. Like maybe um, as wide as the Bella tray, but a little bigger. I would love that. Have to ask her. I have to ask her. Yeah, I haven't been using the washi thingy because I've never had any issues. But it might just be me being weird. I mean, the chaos that I am. Yeah. She has four sizes. I have the hardest time figuring out the sizes of her trays. Um, yeah. I for some reason it I'm confused. I saw somewhere that you can make them yourself. She's put in the pattern. Oh, I'm so sorry. So that you can 3D print them yourself. Um, for this one and the Mega, I think. Yeah. What does Angel says? I'm very sorry, everyone. No live tonight. I'm having pretty bad pain day, possibly a doctor's appointment to be made as well as a dentist appointment, tooth pain, and woman health issues. Yep, that's the general issue all over the world that women's health issues is not important. I mean, yeah, most health education and knowledge of the body is made for men, which is why a lot of females is being with heart issues is being overlooked because they don't present as the men does. And sometimes you're just being dismissed because you're a female. We just had a case being shared on Facebook here in Denmark where this young lady, she was in her 20s, had horrible problems, with breathing. She couldn't lay down when at night when she was supposed to sleep. She had a hard time swallowing and, was in so much pain all the time. And the doctors just kept saying, that she was exaggerating, that you need to take some aspirin or ibuprofen or something and go home, and that's just a virus, all these things that you would be told. And she kept getting worse and worse and worse until, and she saw a doctor, I don't know, 4 times or something within a month and a half. And then finally, after Christmas, she was so bad that she couldn't breathe at all. She was turning blue. So her mom called 911, and she went to the hospital, and they, finally gave her an MRI or just an X-ray. I can't remember. And they came in and told her, they were shipping her. Not shipping. They were flying her or driving her. I can't remember, to one of the big university hospitals we have here in Denmark. And it turned out that one, she had a tumor, she has cancer. Two, she had fluid around her heart, so much so that it was pushed up against her left lung that was also filled up with fluid. And the mass that she had was ginormous, which also pushed to the heart. And now she's really sick. She has cancer treatment every other week for a full 5 days constantly. And she was like, so I was dismissed because I was young. Kind of like young people can't get cancer, and it keeps happening again and again and again. So yeah, Adamus says, yep, and our hormones affect most medications. It does. And yeah. And the menopause thing is, nobody really knows anything about menopause, and you just get told, yeah, that's a part of it. That's a part of being a woman. You just have to live with it, which is a sentence I hate. I hate the sentence, you just have to live with it. Mostly because I've been told that most of my life, whenever I would go see a doctor for my own health, and for the pain I was in, and people just kept saying, well, we don't know what we can do to help you, you just have to live with it. And if I had a penny for every time I've heard that sentence, I would be, if not a millionaire, then a billionaire, because I've heard it so many times. Helen, that's what the doctor said to me, Mia. Then they just discovered I had bowel cancer. They never took my blood test either. See, that is an issue because you're a female. Because they're kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like females aren't important, or you're not old enough, or you don't look sick enough, or you don't hurt the right place, or the blood tests doesn't show what they want them to show. because your hormones might, have an effect on your blood result. I'm like, we ought to have research done, which again is an issue in the U.S. right now. I'm sorry to say, but all the research um, people, I forgot the name right now because I'm agitated, um, have this entire list of stuff that if this is named in the research papers, they don't get funded. I mean, like female, women, disabled, um, uh, I don't know. I mean, trans, gay, all of these things. Those are, and a lot of other words. It's like 100 whatever words. If they are mentioned in your research papers, you don't get funded. Which means you don't have any research into female physiology, anatomy, health risks, and that's an issue. I mean, thank God for the rest of the world, but we we, we can't underestimate the fact that a lot of research is done in the U.S. We can't. Uh, Artemis, that's insane. Can you send me a link to the article? Oh, most of this I've seen in reels and stuff. I will try to find it because I know I've read somewhere. I will try to find it again, Artemis. But yeah, there is a guy. He's a doctor, by the way, and he's a researcher. No, he's not a researcher. He's a doctor. He's working in the hospital. He's on Instagram, and he's been talking a lot about this, both as a gay man and as a doctor, and doing some research. And he's really, really interesting. Oh God, what is his name? Eric something. Eric. Hang on. Eric. Yeah, Eric Burnett. His handle is Eric2687, and he does almost daily videos, if not more than once a day, talking about this whole administration and what it has, you know, what it means to the health system. Um, and that's scary. I mean, there was was it a senator that was like, we have to um, not tell, what's the English word? Gosh damn it. Come on, me, a brain. Work. No, it doesn't work. Brain. Um, not tell, but, we have to, hang on. Up photo. Well, that's, invite is the word that is just, invite females to stay at home with the children, take care of the home, the husband, the house. That is what we need to invite women to do instead of being out in the work field. And I'm like, excuse me, but you do know that this is 2025. We're not back in the 1930s, which it's it's kind of a joke over here. That they made these big bus metro signs advertisement that says something. What is it? It says something about 2025 or whatever time this is, and in the U.S. it's 1930, something like that. And yeah, which when I saw a reel about this, I was like, yeah, I mean, if you want to say that women should stay home, welcome to the 30s. I mean, isn't it crazy, by the way? In 5 years, the 30s will be 2030. When you talk about it, it won't be 1930. You know, it's so crazy. Sometimes my head I can't wrap my head around it. It's just, yeah. See, my brain. I go from talking about this to, oh my God, it's a mess. I'm a chaos mess. I don't know. It's just how my brain works. Yeah, I don't know. Ugh. Oh, and you have to go to Artemis. She had a live today. For some reason, I can't find it. But yeah. Mm, hang on. I wanted to look up for something. Oh, right. Right. I know what I was looking for. Do you know sometimes I don't have to go into a room and forget what I was doing there. Sometimes I can just be in here doing something and I have no idea what what I wanted to do. Yeah. Adamus has to go finish schoolwork. Have an awesome week, y'all. You too, Adamus. See you. Hopefully, I'll see you on Friday. You know, when you're done putting Rory to bed, I'll be here from 6 to 2 a.m. I know it's late for you, but I mean, you were up for Tammy's live the other day. I wonder where Tammy is. Tammy was in Adamus's live a few hours ago. So, bye, Adamus. Take care. Don't overwork yourself, sweetie. Yeah, I'm gonna have words with Tammy. She always says, yeah, I couldn't get up, and I'm like, excuse me, woman, lady, you could get up earlier for other people's lives, but for mine, I'm kidding, Tammy. If you're watching this on replay, I'm pulling your leg. But yeah, that is an issue with this whole. Helen, my live is from 6 p.m. till 2 a.m., which is an hour earlier for you in the UK. So that'll be from 5 to 1. Yeah. So my brain is slow. You can go and put the notify and then you'll get it in your time because some of you all have had the spring forward and others haven't, and I'm so confused. We don't have our spring forward until the end of March. So right now I would think I'm 5 hours ahead of New York Eastern. Christopher, are you still in here, or Eve? Since you've had the spring forward, am I 5 hours ahead of you? Or 6 hours? Because I'm confused. This is the one of the 2 times a year I have no idea what time it is. Yeah, you sprung today, so right now you are 5 hours ahead, right? It is 8:30 p.m. Yeah, see, 3:30, 4, 5, 6, 7, still 5 hours. You will miss an hour or two. That's fine, Helen. That's fine. I'm there for 8 hours. So yeah, some people talk about, that Denmark should stay, well, Europe should stay permanently on what we call standard time, which is the winter time. Uh, yes, Eve, it'll start 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 p.m. I wasn't sure, because usually it's a week or two we have indifference between our time changes, but this time it's like 3 weeks, which is wow. Um, so yeah, it is the end of it, isn't it? Isn't it the end of hang on? Yeah, we have our time changed on the 30th. The night between the 29th and the 30th of March. That's when we have our spring forward. I was telling David, that it's called spring forward, and he was looking at me. He was like, "Okay." He's like, "Yeah, yeah." And then in when it goes to winter time, it's fall back. And he looked at me like, "It makes sense, spring forward, yeah, and fall back. It makes sense." But over here, it's summertime and wintertime. That's what it's called. So yeah. Yep, the last Saturday in March. Well, usually the last Sunday, but it depends because when it changes, it is technically Sunday. Yeah, it's always at 2 a.m. So you either go to 3. Yeah, it's right. It's the summertime that's the worst because you lose an hour. At least that's the worst one for me because you lose an hour. No, yes, you lose an hour. Hang on. See, my brain doesn't function when I'm in extra pain. It just doesn't function. And I seem stupid because I don't know shit. And this again, I do know it. My brain just doesn't want to cooperate. That can be an issue, people. Let me tell you. It can be an issue when your brain doesn't want to cooperate. So, yeah. Leanne said she'd be in a little later, but she had Jacob over. Yeah, March, you lose an hour. When I was younger, I was so confused. Um, because I was like, is it losing is it an hour here? And until I heard the garden furniture. Liz is sending hearts. Thank you, Liz. Um, Over here it goes something with the garden furniture, and that is how you know if whether you put an hour ahead or backwards. So you put the garden furniture out in in the spring in March. So that is where you put your clock an hour ahead. And then in the fall you put away your garden furniture. So you put your time an hour back. And it makes sense in the Danish language. Um, it doesn't when you translate it, which is often an issue when you translate something, which I also talk about in my cooking video tomorrow. Yeah, can't wait to see what you think of that one. If you just think that that is the worst, I don't know what you've ever seen. Me yabbering on about everything and nothing while I try to cook, which I wasn't really cooking anything. I mean, most of it was just cutting and mixing and whatnot. But yeah, I wonder if Anthony is still listening or if he was just in here to say hi and then bye. Yeah. Oh, and we have that inspector thing out on Thursday. We didn't really get a whole lot of more knowledge, but yeah, now we have to wait and see what the insurance company will figure out if they'll give us any money. So yeah, we just have to wait and see what they say. He opened up the hole again. We've just put the the floor down and put some duct tape on around it to keep it in place and keep the smell away. So that was opened up again, and he was looking down and did all of his measuring and whatnot, and asking questions, and yeah, he was nice and whatnot, but you know we just don't know. We have to wait and see. We've been talking, if they um, refuse to do anything, then we'd save up for a year or so, and then because if there isn't any bad stuff down there, like mold or something, then I mean, yeah, then we can live with that. Helen, you says in my book, technically it's whoever built the house's fault. Not if we're correct in what we think. Then it's the former owner's fault, because in Denmark we have these little vents around the flooring. These little vents, so that the air can get up or down, so that the air can flow. And we don't have those. We've been talking to people around us, what does your flooring look like? And we think when they built to the house, they added to the house, and then they changed the flooring all over the house. They forgot to put in these little vents, and then there wasn't any airflow, which is, you normally there would be some airflow, to keep to get some of the moisture away from down there. Um, so that's the issue. The issue is that these little vents haven't been there. So that is not the builder's fault. What we can maybe, no, because they were following the rules from what it was back then. There's the laws for building houses and how they're supposed to be built has changed so many times over the years. Um, but yeah, but we have to wait and see. And then also, does it have to be, the big the the big thing where where we have to move everything out of the house, and we have to move out, and you have to remove everything, even the concrete and whatnot, and then, or would it be okay, to take off the floors in the living area, kitchen, the TV room, and the hallway, and then leave the bedrooms, the mudroom, and the bathroom, because and then just put in some sort of vent or something, um, because we kind of think that in this end of the house where we are right now, that one isn't as affected because we have the road nearby, and probably there's more dirt underneath. The issue is in this area, um, there's a lot of clay. I mean, most of Fredericia, the town that we live right outside of, is built on, well, it is a lot of clay, not a lot of dirt. Um, so the water has difficulty draining. And the further you get away from this end of the house, the more the house is on clay, which then has difficulty getting the water away. So I don't know. We will have to look into it. Helen, how are you going to afford everything if you have to add in vents? Vent isn't the problem. The problem is how much we have to do. And right now, the plan is to talk to our bank. We have paid off a good portion of the house, which means that we have money in the house, you know? Um, I don't know. What's the word for that? Hang on. Let's see if we have a word for that in English. Let's see. It says free value, but I'm pretty sure that's not it. Equality, maybe. Equity. Hi, Michelle, love. How are you doing? So we have some equity in our house, and then we would go to the bank. They would have a realtor come out here, um, tell us what they think the house is worth right now. Hopefully more than when we bought it. Yeah, collateral investment. I think that equity might be the right one. So then hopefully they will say, okay, the house is maybe, I don't know, let's say $40,000 more worth than now, or 30,000 more than when we bought it. That means that we will also have that more in equity than what we have right now when the house is worth what we paid for it. It's messy, I know. Then we can go to the bank and say, okay, we need this much money to do this and this and this and this. So we will make a new loan in our house, change the loan. Right now we have a 20-year loan, um, 3%, I think. And I think we have 18 years left, something like that. Then we can go to the bank and say, okay, we need to change our loan, make another 30-year loan. Hopefully the rent will be okay. And that way we will get that equity to use for paying for whatever we end up having to do to the house. So we're basically loaning our own money. Does that make sense? Am I explaining it so it makes sense? Hopefully you get what I mean. But yeah. And then when that realtor is out here, they will then say, okay, what will the house be worth when this is done? So this is the worth right now, and this will be the worth after you've done what you want to do. Because eventually, I mean, we even have to put in a new kitchen. Over here, at least, they say, when you're going to sell your house, don't change out the kitchen, don't change out the bathroom, because people want to do that themselves. So if you right now have an old kitchen or an old bathroom, don't do anything, because what you're doing might not be to the taste of the ones who are looking to buy. And they don't want to change out a new kitchen or a new bathroom. I get that. I get that. Uh, when we moved in here 4 years ago, we were like, yeah, eventually the kitchen needs to be changed because that is around 30 years old. We just, it hasn't been important because it works. It's functional. And now would be the time. Plus, we're not expecting to move from here in another at least 20 years. So we get use out of it. Which is then, if you want to look and say something positive about this is happening, then we will have joy out of it for a longer period of time, opposed to waiting another 10 years, saving money and blah, 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 and all that. And then we wouldn't have as much time to enjoy what we're paying for. Yeah, it makes sense. Good, Helen. But it is. So sometimes it's like my brain hurts just from thinking about it. Is that my brain? Oh no. Uh, yeah. That's when I need to go in here, find my pen and my tray and my drills, put on some music or a TV show or a video, and then just dot away, get my head out of it and just like, I am not thinking about this anymore. Or at least I'm trying not to think about it. I'm like, I can't do this. I need to escape a little. That's how my brain works sometimes. So yeah, I need to. Carte d'Or. It's a Danish product. It's sparkly water with the taste of orange and mango. Delicious. Oh, oh my God. Did I tell you this last week? Did I? I think I did. So it's kind of funny and it's very double standard, which I think is so funny. Um, there has been made Facebook groups about boycotting American products, due to the orange, which is, and I'm in there mostly for the heck of it. Um, so this group has gotten really, really big. And they promote, you buying non-American products like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Burger King, all that kind of stuff. Oh, that's funny, Helen. You're drinking Rubicon Orange and Mango. Is that also sparkly water? So anyway, um, we've always tried to purchase locally Danish products. To the whole um, so it doesn't have to fly from I don't know where. Almonds from California, which is closer to almonds from Turkey. Stuff like that. So now everybody is like, yeah, we don't need American products, which is again, and I can't help but you are aware that you have made a group on Facebook, which is owned by an American company. So isn't this a little double standard? And they're going on Instagram, which again is American. Yeah, so it's like this. Um, and YouTube, which I'm pretty sure again is American. So I was like, do you hear yourself? I mean, sure, I can understand, getting rid of Netflix and Disney, which will never happen in my house. Disney Plus will never go away in my house. Okay, so I can get that, and then use some of the local streaming services, which makes sense. Again, HBO not going anywhere in my house, which is called Max now. Anyway, but I'm kind of sitting in there laughing at them, and then sometimes they put in, oh, you shouldn't purchase Nutella because that's American, and I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nutella is an American product. I'm like, no, it is Ferrero. It's in Italy. It's made from Italy. And then people go, oh, yeah, you shouldn't buy products from Unibrew. Now, Unilever, I'm like, yeah, that one's British. I'm like, so could we please, if you want to say what you can and cannot buy, then at least, look into stuff. So I'm mostly in there to laugh at people, not knowing what they're getting themselves into. I mean, why have a Facebook group when you're not supposed to use English American products? And again, like I say, why But again, it's hard, you know. Why hurt the regular American person? Sure. I mean, Meta is owned by billionaires, Meek. Oh, no, no, Leanne, it's fine. You know, you barely made it. Angel isn't going live today. So I have all the time in the world to drive you guys crazy. But what you did miss, Leanne, and how are you doing, love? You missed the tour and behind the scenes of Puggy Pie Pours. So you will have to watch the replay to watch them pour a butter tray and everything. So yeah, um, but yeah, that's kind of funny to me. I mean, and then we also talked about tariffs, how they work, and uh, I love watching reels at the moment. I love reels, especially when they try to to talk to the regular American or try to you know speak about tariffs. You know, and then one of these reels, a guy was talking apparently to this businessman. Um, Hi, Julie, welcome in. Yes, please watch a replay, but don't go anywhere. I'm not done yet. Um, so this businessman who's been working in trade and in export and import for the most of his adult life, and this one was a middle-aged man, I think, in his 60s. Anyway, so he was talking to this guy who went around talking to people about the tariffs and how they work. And he was telling them, you know, the tariffs isn't really hurting, let's say, China. Um, America talks about uh, the orange talks about putting a 10% tariff of on everything from China. So what he said is, okay, that means China isn't paying these tariffs. It is when I purchase, let's say, a car from China, it gets imported into America. I have to pay the 10% in tariff to the state. And then I have to decide for myself. So, do I want to eat that 10% tariff and lose money? Or do I want to put that 10% tariff on top of what this car usually costs? That is one of the two things that will usually happen. Or, and this is very unlikely, he will go to China and say, hey, I want my product 10% off because now I have to pay 10% in tariff. And like the guy said, yeah, if that was possible, don't you think they would have done that a long time ago? That was a good way to explain it. And also, you can put it in t shirts. If you want to purchase a t shirt from, oh, some European brand, one of all those, that had used to cost you $10, and now you put 20% in tariffs on, that means that your t-shirt will most likely cost $12. Good. Then you have an American produced t-shirt that also used to cost $10. I will bet you that in no time that American produced t-shirt will also cost $12, but that is the producer that gets the money, not the state. So you're not saving any money at all. You're just getting stuff that is getting more expensive. I love those wheels. One, I learned something. I didn't know this. This one was child's play for me. That one made sense. I'm horrible at math, but logic works for me. Logic I get. But there are so many other things that I'm like, huh, thank you. It will cost more because of they're not going to stand back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. And Americans is just going to have to end up paying more for everything. The issue is this is very, very egocentric of me. Okay, the issue is if European countries then turn around and say, "Hey, we're putting tariffs on your stuff as well." See, that's the issue because then I have to pay. And David and I was like, so what will happen with Diamond Art Club kids then? Because, and this is an issue as well for Diamond Art Club, they do have a lot of customers in Europe. I know, probably not as many as they do in America. I'm pretty sure of that. Um, but they still do have a lot of customers outside of the US. And I'm like, hey, Carrie Lynn, how are you doing, sweetie? Hi. Oh, we need people to put in. I need some of all my mods to put in links here. Do we only have Leanne as a mod right now? We do. Adamus has left. Carrie has left. Oh dear. Uh, Anthony was able to clean the house, do my skincare, get lunch, and now grocery shop doing this live. Thank you for keeping me company, Mia. Oh, you're welcome, Anthony. I'm not done yet. I have time today. Oh, Leanne, are you still thinking about doing a pop-up? Because Angel isn't feeling well, the poor thing. So, yeah. But it's interesting times we live in. So, yeah. That's interesting. Let's just keep it at that. Uh, I was what? I was watching. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Leanne. You know, call me if you need to chit chat. Yeah, I got one mod now. I have Leanne, and I'm pretty sure Anthony is. Hey, Helen, do you want to be a mod? Because you're in here all the time anyway. Hang on. Where is my? Where is where? Where? There you go. Um, baby, hang on. Can we? Can we? Hmm. There you go, Helen. You are now a mod. Anyone else who's in here regularly, who knows what they're doing, who will put in links for Leanne, for Christopher, for Carrie Lynn, for Liz, the diamond painting advisor, um, Anthony, Artemis, uh, who else was here? Angel, Vanessa, uh, Carrie. Who else have you had in here with channels? All the people. Yeah, I have so many mods and they're rarely ever here at the same time. It can't be an issue, you people. It can't be an issue. Now it's fine. It's fine. Eep. You're welcome, Helen. Anthony's in the middle of the grocery store, otherwise I would. That's okay. It would be fun though if you just stood still and started doing all the links. Oh God, kind of like when I just stood, in the grocery store talking to you guys. Oh, dear Lord. Only me. I'm telling you, only me. Ah, yeah. Oh, I can't wait till we have our spring forward. That means that we will get more longer days. See, it doesn't, you don't change the day, but we will have daylight longer. It will then become darker in the morning, but I'm sleeping there anyway, so who cares? But, just the fact that the sun goes down an hour later, well, time wise, not. See, it's so confusing. I just want to stay at standard time. I don't want that summertime anymore. I wonder if we will ever get the European nation to just say, no more summertime. It was dark, Leanne. Yeah. See, I don't mind because I'm asleep anyway. Last weekend when I had to get up at 5, I was like, no, I no, this is too early. It's too early. I don't need this. You've never put in links before? Okay, Helen, what you do is you open an extra window for YouTube. Then you go um, to the person's channel, search for the name on YouTube, go to the channel, copy the link, go into this live, and put in the link. I usually write the name in front of it, like Leanne or Christopher or Anthony. Just put the name and then the link. That's what I do. Other people don't. So yeah. And if I don't put in the names, I try to. And this is the hard way to do it. But again, I don't do stuff easy. I do it the complicated way. So I go into a channel. And then if it doesn't say like Mia's Life with KFS after Facebook, then I go and put in my name in the search bar, click search, and then my channel will pop up. Go into it again, and then it will say Mia's Life with KFS at the end of Facebook.com. So that is what I put in instead of just, go in and see, as a moderator, you can go to the chat, and at the end of it, you will see 3 dots. Then you can go to check out the channel, and then you get to the channel, and you can just copy the link, which will then not just be, but then I will just write the name in front of it. Yeah, you go to sleep early, Leanne. So you and I will have an issue that the day when I come to visit you. We will only have like the middle of the day together. Nah, I mean, I don't go to bed at 8. I will never in my life go to bed at 8. That is a waste of time in my life. I mean, right now it's 9, and I have no intention of going to bed for at least another 5 hours, or 4, at least 4 hours, depending. Yeah. Leanne will be up fixing me coffee. Thank you, honey. Yeah, I mean, if I went somewhere, I would probably get up at about 8 their time. We did that, for instance, when we've been in Turkey, we usually get up at about 7. Um, Again, because down there, when it's 7 p.m., it's dark as night. No matter what time of the year it is, it's just dark at 7. Um, so we got up at 7, approximately 7, and went to have breakfast and then went around our day. But usually when we have summer vacation here, we do get up at around 8. Depending if you're going somewhere, we will get up at 7. But I hate it. I mean, my body isn't built to get up early. It just isn't. You know, my inner clock We all say, we have a natural inner clock that will tell us, this is how our body functions the best. And my inner clock, if I would have no alarm clock at all, I would probably get up at around 11:30, and go to bed at around 4, 4:30. I did that often when David was working around Europe. That would usually be how my days went. And I mean, since I am, at home most of the time, it wasn't really an issue. And then I would get up earlier if I had an appointment, or um, went to see a friend, one of my girlfriends or someone else. I would get up earlier because, but most of the time it will be around 4 and up again at 11:30. So I am a night owl. Usually you do say that you have an A and a B person, at least that's what we say over here. You're an A or a B person, depending on if you're get up early and go to bed early, or get up late and go to bed late. So that is the two personalities you say that you usually have. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a Q person. I'm like, my day is all over the place. I go to bed really late, and I would get up really late as well if I had the choice. But this is fine too. I have to remind myself on Saturday evenings when David go to bed before me because he has to get up and bike. Um, that I have to go to bed and not stay up because my alarm clock still wakes me up at 10:20. So yeah, no. Helen, I used to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning, but now I'm still up at 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning. I have insomnia. Yeah, I'm sorry, Helen. Insomnia sucks just like diamonds. Leanne says, oh my God, is it that many years ago? Um, when was that? At least 25, 28 years ago. I didn't have insomnia. I had stress without knowing it. I didn't admit it to myself until January 10 how bad I was having it. But for years before then, I wasn't really sleeping. At least 2 years before that, I was hardly sleeping at all. If I had 2 hours of interrupted sleep at night, I was getting a lot of sleep. Um, some nights I felt like I had half an hour of sleep. And it was all due to me being a perfectionist. I am still a perfectionist, but there isn't a whole lot I can do about it. I wanted to do well in school. I wanted to be the best. I wanted great grades. I wanted to do, you know, really good papers. I wanted to excel in classes. Being a perfectionist, and also have a life outside of it was hard because of my body. I didn't have a diagnosis back then, so I went to a lot of hospital visits to getting to being told, you just have to live with it. Then we have it again, um, and then I would lose people. People were dying. I felt like left and right around me. It didn't, but I lost quite a few people that meant a lot to me. Um, So I was stressed. I didn't have time to mourn. I didn't have time to do all the things I wanted to do to be perfect. And all of this wanting to be perfect stems back from my childhood where nothing was good enough. So if you're a perfectionist, try looking back into, when you grew up. If you were ever told that you needed to do better, It isn't always like that. I know that. Some are just, I mean, I'm a Virgo and we're natural perfectionists. So my childhood didn't make that part of me any better. But I had to be perfect. I mean, I have to be able to do anything a-okay. Okay? Yeah, I understand you're agreeing on that, Helen, which is also why, and I know this. One of the things why I always have so much trash in my drills is I want perfection. I'm striving for my diamond paintings to be perfect. They can never be because I'm not perfect, but I darn well try to be. And I try, I do my very, very best to sometimes just don't care. And it works for like 5 minutes and then it doesn't work anymore. And I am a product of my childhood, my life, my mindset. Even though I am changing my mindset slowly, um, but I will never be able to eradicate it completely. Because I mean, I'm 45 going on 46, and so far it still hasn't really succeeded in it. Um, I have changed a lot over the years. I mean, everybody does. You know, we work with ourselves if we want to, but there is just some traits that I will never be able to get rid of. And one of them is wanting to be perfect, wanting to do better, wanting to do more. That guilt that I'm running around with all the time. Because I can't do stuff that I really want to do. But this is in the way. Um, so it's really just running around all the time. So you got a bit of how my brain works all the time. Um, Leanne, your youngest is a perfectionist. Yeah, some people just are. I mean, some people are just natural perfectionists, and others are natural, but get pushed even more. I mean, I have been told by the woman who gave birth to me, um, that she was surprised that I was able to finish an education because I was a quitter because I didn't finish high school. I dropped out of high school, which wasn't the right thing for me. I mean, in Denmark, you have to finish grade 9 or 10, depending on when you want to quit school. And then high school is one option. You can also go to business school or you can learn a trade. My parents were like, you have to go to high school. This was kind of the expectancy of me having to go to high school. Okay. It wasn't the right for me at that time. And also I was start starting getting really bad pain back then. I've always been in pain. But around that time when I was 15, it started getting worse because of all the things that I did. I was a scout. I went to gymnastics. I was doing um, all sort of things, biking everywhere. So my neck and my back was just more used, and it gave more pain. Um, and in high school, we had gym every week, and I couldn't. I was not able to do what they wanted me to do. So I ended up uh, flunking those, which they were back then, as they still do. They count how many hours you are not attending without a guilty reason. And when you get up to a certain percentage where you're not there, you go on probation. And eventually I was asked to either leave on my own or get kicked out. I left. And then a few months later, I went to Berlin. But since then, my my so-called mother have been telling me that I'm a dropout, that I'm a quitter, that I can't do anything right, you know? So yeah. Yeah, and I think he was always good at stuff he tried. When he's not good, he has always have a hard time. Yeah, I get that. I was good in school. I had an easy time in school. So that made it so easy to try to do better. So I get it. Helen, my parents knew I was not good at math and spelling was awful. Grammar is not good either. I tried to find good drills on my diamond painting. See, I mean, and yeah, I mean, I had an exam in Denmark back then. Our grade system was a 13 grade system. You had 13, which was perfect, 11, which was nearly perfect, and then it went 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Did we have a 5? Yeah, we had a 5, and we had 03 and 0. So I had an English exam, and I can't remember. I made some mistake that I fixed myself or something. So I only got an 11 instead of the 13, which was, exemplary, honorary perfection, whatever. So I got to my dad. One, I was angry at myself, perfectionist, okay? So I got up to my dad in the kiosk they had back then, which was right next to the school. And, he asked, "So, how did you do?" And I told him, I got an 11. He looked at me, "Oh, how come you didn't get a 13?" Your daughter just told you you got an amazing grade. You got an 11, which was hard to get even back then. And your response was, "Oh, why didn't you get a 13?" I remember looking at him and go, "Huh?" I'm like, "What?" Yeah. So that was my childhood. Because I was good at it, they expected perfection, which then made me not ever feeling that I was good enough. Even though it was easy for me, but I didn't do good enough. God forbid I had made a mistake in spelling. Yeah, and see, Jacob would have been in tears for not getting a 13, and I'd been trying to tell him how good an 11 was. I was angry at myself for not getting that 13. I was angry with myself. But I was like, sure. I mean, 11 isn't bad. I wasn't happy with it, but at the least it was very, very, very good, but not good enough for my parents. So to see, that's the difference with you were trying to tell him that 11 was amazing, but my parents were like, "So what happened?" You know? Yeah. Oh, it's okay, Melissa. I mean, I can't change it, and it basically turned me into the person that I am today. But it has been messing with my mental health and my health in general, because um it has affected me. I mean, and it still does. It does affect me. I am trying very much so to not let it affect me, and it is a constant work in progress, and I'm pretty sure I'm never going to succeed. uh Helen, I had a scribe for English. The teacher would write what I said. That was amazing, Helen. We have over here, if you're dyslexic or something, you get a dyslexic bag, like a backpack, where you get a computer with a program and all sort of stuff in it that will help you in school, which I find amazing. So yeah, Leanne, I've seen so many parents like yours, Mia. Yeah, it's kind of sad, isn't it? I mean, and it wasn't because they really cared. They didn't care about me. No, it was how it um, reflected on them because they were amazing parents who had this kid who did good because of them, of course. It hadn't anything to do with me being naturally good in school. No, no, no. It was them. They had made sure that I could get good grades. Yeah. And I mean, both my parents are in some degree dyslexic. So how can it ever be their fault that I'm good at spelling or writing, you know, or reading? Spelling and writing is basically the same. Anyway, um, so that is one of the things that was like, yeah, I know that is a thing over in the U.S., Leanne. That you're pacing your kids into the same. With I have not really seen it anywhere. Well, probably, but it isn't really something we see that much over here. Like you're gonna be a doctor, or you're gonna be a whatever. I mean, most kids over here do get to choose themselves. It's mostly immigrants that is like you have to do really, really well. Of course, some Danish parents does the same, but it is mostly something that I hear from Americans. It's the same with pageants. That you always hear that it's the parents. It's their um, dreams that the kids has to fulfill, which mind-boggling. Especially since I wasn't even fulfilling my parents' dreams for themselves. I was fulfilling their need to look good because appearance is everything for them. I mean, appearance was everything, is everything. I mean, oh, sorry. Even today, if people ask my parents why they're not talking to their kids, it has nothing to do with them. No, 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 no. They are the victims in this. They have horrible, non-grateful children that doesn't appreciate everything they have done for them. And I know this for a fact, even without asking people. I mean, they have done everything for their kids. We're just ungrateful little bastards that doesn't appreciate what they have um, done for us or given up for us and blah 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 blah. uh, Helen, the pupils used to tease me and said that I was the teacher's pet. I also had a scribe for history as well. You know what? That is amazing, Helen. And yet, kids can be cruel. Kids can be cruel. I was bullied for 9 years. Literally, for 9 years, I was bullied for looking different because of my neck, for not being able to run very fast because of this, for not being able to turn my neck again because of this. I mean, they even tried. I'm pretty sure if they had succeeded in what they wanted to do, they would have broken my neck. So I was horribly bullied. Um, so kids are cruel, and they still are. And the sad thing is that apparently nobody's learned anything in the past, I don't know, 50 or 60 years about bullying. They keep saying it that we have these anti-bullying rules in our school or in our district or in our city, and they work just as good as they did 40 years ago, which means not. You got teased in school too, Michelle? I'm sorry. Yeah, I wish sometimes that schools were more harsh. Hang on. I need to get this lumbar pillow up. Thank you. Uh, Helen was bullied for 4 years only when I was in high school. High school was okay for me for the year and a half that I was there. I had friends, they didn't, the young adults that I was, in class with didn't know me. They didn't know me from school. I wasn't in class with anybody from my school. So it was a clean slate. I knew some of them from the other classes, but other than that, I didn't know anyone in my class back then. What gave me the clean slate that I kind of needed? So I had friends, but I was still, I wasn't, popular. I had a friend group of around 5 people or something, 5 or 6 people, and that's all I needed. And then I had some friends in other classes that again had nothing to do with my old school. Um, and I don't know how many of them were true friends or if they were just, acquaintances, but I did see a bunch of them outside of school. And some of them I only talked to in school. But those year and a half was peaceful for me. That is where, did you hear that? Anyway, so yeah. Um, and then I moved to Berlin and things were great. I got away from my parents. I got away from the city. Uh, got to reinvent myself. Yeah. I wonder what he's doing. Hang on. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, yeah. That was a fun time. Or not. So, yeah. What are you guys working on right now? What are you working on? Like I said, I have a square and a half left. So that's good. Um, so yeah. Oh, and if you're new in here, by the way, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help me. It helps me being happy, and um, it helps the channel. So yeah, I will appreciate it. Uh, let's see. Leanne is working on finding hope from ardent soul. Helen, you met your husband as well. DAC stargazing. I met my husband on a on a dating app, dating site back then, which we weren't there to find, love or anything. We were there to find friendships. But I met him on a dating site in 2000. So we've known each other 25 years in a second. That's that's a fourth of a century. So crazy. Uh, Eve is working on Duchess from Art and Soul and Luna New Year Minis. The Dazzles. Vanessa is working this month on her Chuck work in progress. Melissa is working on Heaven's Gate by Jenny Lee. Helen is single. Okay. That is amazing too. And Eve is loving the one that Melissa is working on. Jenny Lee, I think that's the one that's the artist that Anthony is also, in love with. At least I think he's been talking about her. Is it a she, he, or is it a they, them? I never know. Helen never found the right man for me. You know what? Then it's better to be alone. Eve, I am single and perfectly happy. I have Kathy, my BFF of nearly 40 years, who is undoubtedly my soulmate. You two are each other's soulmates, Eve. You and Kathy, yep. So if people ever ask any questions, just say that you have found your soulmate, and then people can think whatever they want. I mean, if they want to misunderstand, let them. Let them. But yeah, I mean, nobody needs anybody if they don't want to, or if they haven't met the right person for them. I mean, remember there are 8 billion people on this planet. Okay, 8 billion people. I mean, what are the odds that you'll meet that soulmate for you? You know, I mean, the odds aren't really that great that you will meet them. So when you meet a soulmate, be grateful. I mean, I do think that the guy in the clouds will do his dang best to make it possible for you to meet your soulmate. But sometimes life just doesn't work out that way. I mean, nothing much had to change if for David and I to have never met. I mean, it isn't really a whole lot that could have changed. Even though at the same time we were like, we have probably met back in kindergarten, in the first few years of our school time. Because his school went to visit the school that I was in. So we probably met. We just don't know. So yeah. Helen says that's nice, even Kathy. Uh, Eve, lots of people think we're a couple as we both identify as members of the LGBTQIA plus community. Sometimes we just don't bother telling them that we aren't married or romantic couple. You know what? That is their issue. See, I always end up asking myself, hang on, lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer, IA. I is something and A is asexual, right? What's the I? I'm sorry. I'm doing my best here. Uh, what is the I? Someone help me out. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be obnoxious or anything. I just can't remember. I know it. I. I know I looked it up because I keep forgetting it. Anywho, I mean, anybody should support that community no matter what. It's like I said, we should support it. I is for intersex people born with genitalia and chromosomes that are ambiguous. Right. That's right. Yes. I see. That's one of the things that I have been now that you're been talking about this whole thing with the U.S. and trans people and just in general the LGBTQIA anything. I'm sorry, I'm not being disrespectful. It's just too many letters to ramble very fast. So like you have babies that are born with both genitals. So the parents basically have to choose what sex the baby is. They do. They have to choose. So what if the parents choose the wrong sex, that would basically end up being having a trans kid, even though it was born as both sexes. But they do recommend the parents to decide right now and get the excess genital removed. And I'm like, isn't it? See, that's an issue as well. There are so many issues right now. Helen says, thanks, Eve. Yeah. A lot of issues that has come up now because, yeah. I don't get it. But I'm not supposed to. I am not supposed to, apparently. Hey, I've been here 2.5 hours. Are you bored of me? Are you bored of all my ramblings? Because I'm very good at rambling, apparently. That is one of the things that I'm very good at. If there were a ton of mistakes made in the past where the parents selected a sex and later found out genetically that the child was the opposite. Right. But there are some, I think I've heard some where the, was it wrong? Is it just something I read somewhere that the baby basically genetically was both sexes? I don't know. Helen, I think it's best for the child to decide. Never? Okay, thank you, Helen. I was like, never what? I think, at least back then when I was reading about it, they said that the parents had to choose to avoid the kids being bullied or get made fun of for being both, instead of, so are you a boy or a girl because you have both, even though, yeah, it would make perfectly sense to let the kids choose themselves. Yeah, sometimes there are people that are genetically both. See, that is the wonders of this world. They are wonders. Then, because I've read back when I was reading about this because I'm curious. I want to know stuff. I want to learn. I want to be able to respect people. Um, that people would say they were freaks, and I'm like, no, they're wondrous. They're amazing. They are wonderful creations. But no, they were freaks of nature. They were abominations, and they were like, why would you see a child, a person like that? I don't get it. I do not get it. But often people, at least people I ended up seeing, was religious people. Sadly, often Christian people, which makes me think because we were supposed to love everybody. Love thy neighbor, right? um, Eve, there are many intersex people that believe they were violated and mutilated as baby when they were operated on as babies and children. Oh, I get that, Eve. Oh, I absolutely get it. Fortunately, it's very, very rare. Yeah, but I still think it's more than we actually know or think. Even in our days, that is so, I don't know, social media and everything gets blown up. But yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's important to um, educate yourself on this. I mean, blaming to be indifferent or not care or um, whatever, it's not good enough. Not anymore. I mean, David and I are absolutely not on the same page about transgender kids, for instance. He feels like, that it is something that they shouldn't do anything about before they're 18 and they can, legally make an adult decision. Whereas I'm, I don't want to convince him. I'm debating, why it's important to get the transition going before they're entering the teenage years, where the body starts to change. I mean, and it isn't like getting, an operation where you can't go back again. I mean, you get hormones. And if you end up, which by the way happens so rarely, but you do hear them, and then everybody's like, see, this is what I told you. We can't give them, blah, 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 blah. Um, um, but it isn't for you. I know people said, that this is just a phase, and everyone's like, no, there is a difference. You kind of know when it's a phase. A phase is a phase. Okay, a phase is a period of time, maybe like 6 months or so. But if you have a kid that for years tell you, I am not, for instance, a boy, I'm a girl, I want to be named blah, then you have to listen to them. Because a phase isn't years. It isn't. It's just not. It isn't. And many of these kids, especially when they get a little older, one thing is like Rosa says you want to be a cat. I mean, she's 4. It's normal. But you don't get kids at 9, 10, 11, 8 to 11 coming to say, oh, by the way, I think it would be fun if I was a boy as a girl, right? I want to be called Mark instead of Michelle. Sorry, Michelle, it wasn't. Um, you know the difference. There's this phases, and then there is this has been going on for a long time. So, and since we can make, there are transgender people who doesn't tell people until they're adults, maybe because they've been hearing stuff like that, and they start their transition as an adult. So I'm like, if you end up getting medication, the hormones, and you end up regretting because maybe you were, I don't know. I don't even know how you, anywho, um, you would be able to reverse it to get just, let's say you started as a female baby and then you don't decide it. You feel like you're in the wrong sex or you were male. You would still be able to get the estrogen again and then kind of reverse it. Ah, Eve. In some societies, people that show traits of both binary genders are honored and regarded as being two-spirited. This is true in India. Oh, that I didn't know that. Thank you, Eve. And Leanne's son wanted to be a cartoon character when he was little. I wanted to be a princess or a singer. And yeah, I could sing back then. It's like I said, I could sing. And then I started smoking, and that ruined it. And then Clinical Fail also has an influence on my throat and my voice, which is why I actually think that I have that froggy feeling all the time. um, so yeah, but a lot of people are like, I mean, yeah, there is a difference between a phase and then years, and you don't have to agree with me. I get it. You don't have to agree. This is my feelings, and this is my opinions. Um, I think I'm a very open person. I wanna embrace everybody. And I think most of it stems from the fact that I wasn't allowed to be me, you know? I had to conform to what my parents wanted me to be, which was, by the way, a black sheep. But anyway, that makes me so much more empathetic. I am an empathetic person. I've been that since I was born. I'm pretty sure of it. That can't really be taught. It can only be what's the word? Come on, brain. It can be furthered. Um but yeah. So because I've known what it feels like to not be embraced and accepted and whatnot, I do my very best to let everybody feel that they're accepted. I mean, when the Syrians, when refugees came to Denmark, no matter where they're from, and people are like blah blah blah, they're bad and they're only here to steal our jobs and they're all rapists and criminals and they're only here to get money and blah blah blah. I'm like, you don't know that. Sure, a minor part of them are those things, and those people do not belong here. I agree. But that is maybe 1% of all of them, or maybe even less, like a 0.1, 0.001 percent, of all of them. I don't know. It's just a very small percentage that are bad people, that are bad eggs. And sure, they need to go. They don't belong here. But like the majority of all these people get here, they start working, the kids go to school, they learn the language, they get educated, they get jobs, all of those things. But those are not the stories that the news want to tell, no matter where you live in the world. So yeah, Helen agrees and says, Mia, you're never a black sheep in your family. You're a one kind person. Oh, if you ask my mom and my dad, I am definitely the black sheep, which is fine. You know what? It's fine. It's their views. It's their, I don't know, it's their life. They are absolutely allowed to think so. Look at me. I don't really care. I just don't I just don't need to be a part of that view. They can think whatever they want. My choice is whether or not I want to give them what they want, or if I'm gonna say, that's fine, you do you over there, and I'm gonna stick to me over here, to the people that I know cares about me and likes me like I am, or at least shut up about it if they don't. So yeah, and thank you, Helen. Um, that's kind of the choice that I made. They can be over there in the corner, far away, at least mentally far away over there, and then I am here. And if people have an issue with me, they can go over there, stay with my parents, over there, away. And yeah, that has taken me years to learn, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully, I'll still learn and I'll get better at being me. Yeah, that was a lot of rambling about me to say that I want to embrace everybody like they are. I don't know. I live in this. I live in a village next to a small town, city, whatever you want to call it. We have 50,000 inhabitants in the entire county, and we don't really. I mean, we do have gays and lesbians living here. I have no idea if we have any transgender people or any of the other um, society people. I have no idea. And it's kind of sad because I would love to know. I would love to know them. I would love to be part of their community, a part of being supportive and learning from them and again, I want to be what they might need if they need it. Probably don't. I don't know. I can be too pushy sometimes. I want to be in everybody's business to to help, and I need to learn to say no. I am very bad at saying no, especially when I care about people. My throat was dry from all the chit chatting I'm doing over here. Oh, Rosa's gonna have fun tomorrow. Auntie, why don't you say anything? You know that won't happen. I'm pretty sure I can. I mean, look at me. I can talk for 8 hours, even though I do have guests and they talk some of the time. But I'm pretty sure I would be able to talk for 8 hours. You don't know either, Helen? Yeah, I don't know. The area that I lived in Berlin was known as the gay, lesbian, LGBTQ back then. I did before all of the extra letters came on. Um, that was the first time I saw two gay men on the street holding hands and kissing, which was for me was like, yay, cool, you do you. And I'm pretty sure that that area is even more amazing now. I want to go see it again. I want to go, be a part of it. I mean, be a part of it again, living in there for, I don't know, even for a 14 days vacation to walk around and talk with people. And I hope it's still that area that it used to be. They had the most amazing gay bars back then. Oh my God. They were so lively and inviting. And I don't know. I loved being in those bars. So much more fun than the regular ones. The only other place that we went that was amazing was this disco called Latino. And because they played all the Latin music, and if you went in and you didn't really know how to do the Latin moves and whatnot, to move your hips and everything, they actually had bartenders and staff working there that would teach you. They would, you could come to them and say, hey, so would you maybe show me just a few steps? How do I loosen up? And if you came there enough times, they would be like, okay, you're really interested. So this is some movements you can do at home, to loosen up your hips and stuff like that. I loved it. And I'm like, we need places like this here. They probably have them in Copenhagen, but I'm like, I'm 2.5 hours away from there. I'm not going there to dance, and especially not now because my back can't. But when I came home, ugh, I almost got a depression coming home. I came from this big, lively, amazing city, came home to this little, obnoxious, narrow minded city. It was nice, Helen. I loved that. Um, yeah. Anywho, I've been yabbering for 3 hours. I am going to let you go. But before I go, I would love to ask you guys, and also the one in the replay. I am trying to get to 3,000 view hours, and apparently at the moment I don't do enough videos. So I need to do more videos. I've just been in a funk because of my health. If you want to, and I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to, when you're on your computer or your laptop or whatever, If you want to, I would love it if you would put on, one of my um what are they called? Take all of my live videos and start from an end, What are they called? Hang on. Um Playlist. I'm sorry. If you would take one of my playlists and just start from the beginning, put it on mute, put it in the background, let it run, and do whatever you need to do, and that would give me you hours. I would love it. Any one of you would do that. You don't have to again. I'm not forcing any of you. Just, if you're, I'm sitting on the computer anyway, so let's do that in the background. It's just there. I'm going to help me out getting some view hours. I would appreciate it very, very much, and I will love you all for doing it. So, yeah, other than that, I am going to head out. I hope you will watch my cooking video tomorrow and see you in some of my other videos this week. Other than that, I hope I will see you on Friday for my 8-hour live. I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing as always. And yeah, other than that, I'm just going to say thank you for being here. I hope you know that I love you all and I appreciate each and every one of you. And have a great week. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Sleep tight when you get to it. And bye, everybody. I love you all. Bye.